We did an assignment for our seminar class, a mass comm class, for it was called digital storytelling. And it was where the assignment called for us to make a scary scene. The purpose of it was to make sure that we understand what was being talked about in the shots, making sure that we understood like what each shot meant and the differences between each one. So we used what we learned in class called the free tags model. It's a triangle that starts off with the exposition, then goes up to the rising action. Then at the top of the triangle you have the climax. Then as it's going down, you have the falling action, and then at the end you have the conclusion. So basically we use that model to build a story in class. And it's like we can use this model for any type of story building that we want to do. And so this video was an example used to show an example of all the different things that were discussed in class.
Alright, so this is a mass communication class. It's called digital storytelling. And really what that is telling a story through different types of media, whether it be audio, video, things of that nature. This assignment that we had, this was like my first chance of directing anything. The first half of it was getting certain shots, following around the subject, getting one from behind them, in front of them, things of that nature. Which led up to the second part of the assignment was to make a chase scene. So we took that as, a chase scene being somewhat scary and whatnot, so we ended up making a little mini movie out of it, putting the chase scene towards the end. So I'm going to play a few clips and then talk about the shots that we took. It was taken outside because I wanted to give the feeling that somebody was after him, like searching for him. So I came up the stairs with my point of view as a point of view shot from me walking up the stairs, like looking in the window, like I see you, like the text message said. So that shot was all about like building the tension. That was also what the music was about, the high tension music, like you're on the edge of your seat, like you don't know what's about to happen. And then the last shot where I zoomed into the door, was like I was waiting for him, like I'm waiting right there for him. And this shot right here was it was also another shot that builds tension as well, because you got the camera following his hand going towards the door, because you don't know what's going to be on the other end. And because of the other shot, you assume that I'm going to be there, because that was what the other shot was. But it's pretty much like grabbing the audience. Like I feel like at this point I had the audience's attention, like who's going to be at the door, what's going on. And as you can see at the beginning of this scene, after the knock, that's when the audio started. So what I'm saying, you can always use audio to set a certain type of mood for the audience.
What's going on? My name is James Jones, and this year in digital storytelling with Professor Smith, I actually learned a lot because I didn't know too much about making videos or even how to start out making a video. And he actually taught us a model. It's called the free tags model. It's pretty simple. It's just a triangle. At the bottom left of the triangle, you have your exposition, and that's pretty much telling like the beginning of your story. And then you have your rising action, building up to the top of the triangle, which is your climax. After the climax, you have your falling action, and you end with the conclusion. And you can pretty much use that guide to tell any story, using any type of medium or whatever. That's just your basic tool to tell your story. I actually got to work with a few different projects. My gift is not really shooting a story from like with the different angles. I'm more of a find a video, chop it up.
The problem is that there are not enough police.
You can still use the free tag model to that's a way that you can chop it up, tell your story however.
Breaking rocks out here on the chain gang, breaking rocks and serving my time. Breaking rocks out here on the chain gang, cause they done convicted me of crime. I hold it steady right there while I hit it. Well, I reckon that ought to get it, been working.
That's pretty much what we learned this year, shooting a bunch of different types of stories, and that's it.
Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina has a rich history and a lot to be proud of. A huge source of pride is none other than the Platinum Sound. This is the Shaw University Marching Band. Several components make up this awesome band. While the brass, woodwinds, and all other parts are important, the foundation and heartbeat of the Platinum Sound is the drumline.
I think I lost him. All right. I need to get to my car.